Hello, my name is Dan, and I'm a type 2 diabetic who has put his diabetes in remission. And these are three things that I wish I knew when I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and hopefully they can help you out as well. First of all, you can see I've lost 171 pounds. Type 2 diabetes is no joke. I was 470 pounds. I'm a former professional athlete. Gained 190 pounds on insulin. So this is very, very serious. You'll get put on some medications, and they'll kind of test and see how it might be with you as far as your diabetes goes. But let's talk about the very early beginnings of it. So some things I wish I knew starting with my diagnosis was, first of all, it happens to a lot of people. You know, right now, nearly half of the population in the United States is either touched by prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. So this is very real, and you have to understand you're not the only one that has it. You also need to understand you just didn't get this yesterday. This has been building up inside of you for the longest time, and finally, I guess the chickens have come home to roost. So you need to understand that this is something that's been progressing for quite a while. So you have to take a look back and figure out, how did I get here, number one. So that's one thing I wish I had done, was taking a look back and figured out, how did I get to this point with my type 2 diabetes, or even having type 2 diabetes, number one. Number two, I would say, is taking immediate action. You can't just sit. First of all, it's a shock that you get it, and then you often just sit with this and you digest it, which is all fine and well. I mean, it's a big change, and this information can be really life-changing in a lot of ways. The good news is you're finally diagnosed. You understand that you have it. So what do you need to do to make yourself better along the way with your type 2 diabetes? Well, the first thing is take immediate action. I own a wellness company, and we reverse type 2 diabetes with a lot of people. I've got a link in my comments below. You can check us out if you'd like to see my free webinar on it. However, the fact is so many people just don't take action, and when they don't take action, that can be life-threatening, literally. I have so many cases of people I know as friends, let alone clients, who just didn't take any kind of action at all and ended up losing legs, were on dialysis, and sadly I have a couple that I can no longer have conversations with at this point in the game. So that's something else that I can't stress enough. You need to take action, and immediate action. And I would say number three, if we're looking for things with your type 2 diabetes, it's getting some education on it, understanding exactly what it is, how it affects your body. And you don't need to be a walking plethora of info yourself, but you need to find someone who does know. And sadly, often with doctors, we all put our faith in a doctor, but doctors don't always know everything, and sometimes anything, to be quite frank. I have a lot of people in the medical profession who come to me to get help with their type 2 diabetes. You'd be shocked at how many people actually reach out to me who are involved with this. But, so if you don't like the answers your doctor's giving you, don't be afraid to change doctors. I mean, it's a second opinion is not a bad thing, honestly. So, but you need to figure something out. You need to get educated on it. Hiring a coach, some of the best players, pro athletes had coaches. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, they both had the same personal coach, let alone coaches on the teams. Don't be too proud to reach out for help. Again, we've got a great program. You'll see the free webinar in my comments, but you don't have to hire me. You can hire anybody, but just get some sort of education. Do some homework yourself. Get online. There's a lot of free info out there. Unfortunately, a lot of it gets very muddled, so you want to have some clarity when it comes to it. But anything that's going to affect your body, you need to learn about. You need to learn about your body, and you need to get at it. So please start making some changes. But these are some of the things that I wish I had known when I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I had no clue. I watched my grandmother poke herself with insulin for years and years and years, ended up losing her eyesight. And, I was very successful in another business. I bought a wellness company to go and attack this. So type 2 diabetes is not your friend. Sitting and doing nothing is one of the worst things you could ever possibly do. And understand this has been a long time coming, but at least you know, and now you have no excuse for not taking action. But please take some sort of action and let's get healthy.